There are saying in Cambodia, men are gold, women are cloth. When cloth is soiled, you throw it away.
Men's value is like gold. They fall in the mud and you wash it clean and they still shine. And women's value is like a white cloth. Once it's dirtied, it can never be made clean. So men are understood to have really unlimited sexual drive, and they are allowed to satisfy that in any way that they see fit. Girls are expected to remain virgins until they're married, and when they're married, they are expected to be faithful to their husbands.
The sex trade in Cambodia is so big. It's because of the poor in Cambodia. A lot of people are poor and they don't have like knowledge, so they can teach their children. They don't understand what their responsible is. You know, this is why that even own mother sold the own daughter to the brothel.
Transitions Cambodia's beginnings really started in 2004 when our family saw a Dateline special that aired on children for sale in Cambodia. When my family became aware that this was going on, none of us were able to go to sleep at night knowing that this was happening somewhere else in the world. We couldn't get the images out of our head of the children that we had met already that were experiencing the trauma and the pain that they had gone through. And knowing that we could do something about it transformed our lives forever.
When they're brought to a brothel, usually they put up resistance. They fight, they refuse to accept a client, and they're often beaten, threatened with violence, threatened with electric shocks, or escalating physical violence until they become terrified and they decide, okay, I can accept a beating, but I really don't want to be given electric shocks, or I don't want acid thrown on my face.
They go to tell the pimp, and the pimp beat her. The pimp beat her, or sometimes just like the cigarette, yeah, and burn her right here, or something right here. You know, it's hard to say, but this is true.
And at that point, when they realize that resistance is not going to give them freedom, or that it's impossible, that they are trapped, they will decide that they will accept these customers, and they submit to rape, beatings, degradation.
What happens is girls lose all hope. There's no future for them. The opportunities that are out there are minimal, and we want to create an environment where we can turn this around. Girls will attempt suicide. One young lady that we know of personally had left an organization, went back home, and just could not function in society. As a result, she just killed herself. There was nowhere else she could turn, no other opportunity that was out there that could give her hope for a future. And so suicide, attempted suicide, self-mutilation, low self-esteem, low self-image, a lack of care for themselves, a lack of awareness of who or what they might be in life. Those all take a toll on young girls.
To heal from trauma, the girls need to be in a place of safety. I know that Transitions Cambodia provides a very safe place for girls to be. There are lots of agencies that are providing care for young children, and I think that the older a girl is, the less resources there are for her.
What we found when we got there were that the average age of girls was between the ages of 14 and 15 years old. And what we found is that these girls really needed much different care, skills, and opportunities that weren't being provided in current aftercare models. So what we did is we developed Transitions Cambodia to really meet the needs of the girls that were in that age bracket, that 14 to 18-year-old age bracket that needed life skills, better job skills, and opportunities that would help them lead independent lives.
They have like their dream, and You know, some of them want to be to get a great job, like some of them want to be a lawyer, or some want to be a doctor. Yeah.
We put together a job skills training program that would allow the girls to pick anything that they dreamed about. We really wanted to give these girls opportunities that would not only restore their dignity, but give them a sustainable future. One of the things that I discovered in having my own daughters were that I told them they could be anything they wanted to be. And yet with these girls, I wanted to give them the same opportunity. And so I think what makes us unique is that instead of having a catalog of job opportunities or career opportunities they can pursue, they can tell me what it is that they want to be, and I'll find a way to make that happen for them.
Like James and Adina spend lots of time, spend lots of their own money to help the girl. You know why? They are foreigner. They are foreigner, but they love our children. They come to Cambodia, come to help. It looks like they come to heal the world.
What we do at Transitions Cambodia doesn't happen in a vacuum. We cannot do this alone. The caring for victim survivors piece I can do, but to finance futures, to develop the resources that I need to equip these girls with futures, it takes a lot of people's involvement to do it. And it takes dollars to make this a reality. I think that the reason that donors would be attracted to Transitions Cambodia over any other organization is that not only is it the success rate, we've been able to take recidivism and turn it upside down from an over 70% failure to a 70% success rate, and we're looking to increase that. So I think when you look at the success rate, as well as the fact that what we're doing is we're transforming the way that we look at assisting survivors. Instead of giving them menial skills, menial jobs, and menial futures where they remain exploited and vulnerable, we're giving them sustainable, real futures where it not only restores their dignity, but it puts them back in a place in society that is actually of value to society instead of a burden. And I think that's the reason that people should support Transitions Cambodia.
When the girl live in Transitions Cambodia, they feel confident. Yeah, I'm proud of them. I really want like many people know about it and help us. Help our girl.
The sex slave trade in Cambodia, despite anywhere else that this happens in the world, I think is an indictment against humanity to act in a meaningful way. To think that around the world at this moment that you're watching this video, that children are being exploited for the pleasure of men and for the profit of others is despicable. It's morally repugnant to think that we can live our daily lives without considering the fact that children are losing their dreams, their futures, and their hope for anything else, and that they're being exploited at the expense of criminals and predators. The things that lay ahead of us as a society are going to dissipate if we continue to abuse and exploit children. If you don't act, you're actually contributing to it.